everyone. It is so good to have you here. So good to be here. I'm a little bit late because for some reason it is impossible for me to show up on time on a Saturday night. So thank you all for being here and for being excited to be here. And I am super excited to have you here. As always, this is an AMA format, so feel free to pop on in and ask me a question. Ask me anything, really. That's what an AMA is. Ask me anything. And otherwise, we're going to do a duck race tonight. We have some cool things going on. I'll talk a little bit more about what's happening this upcoming week and in the following weeks. And other than that, yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for everyone coming in from YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're coming from. So cool. Good to see you. All right. So without further ado, we have 324 people who adopted a duck this week. So I'm hoping that everyone can get here. I'm getting a notification that my Facebook to one of my Facebook streams isn't working, but that's okay. We'll just let them know who wins. Hopefully they can find me on a different place. All right, cool. Let's do the duck race. We're going to do just 15 minutes today. Make it nice and easy. And without further ado, 0% ado, we are going to start the duck race. Yeah. All right. It is not running slow. Go away. Okay, cool. So we are going. It is a duck race, and it is happening right now. So we have... Oh my gosh, that's a guy's actual name. I totally thought that was a joke. It says Joshua McCracken. I thought someone had put in a fake name that was something else. Anywho, yeah. All right. So cool things that are going on. Obviously, I think it's 4 days now. So whatever, Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days. We have the release of Uncapped Completionist Chronicles Book 14. Very exciting on Amazon and Audible. Obviously, I'm jazzed for that. I hope you guys are as well. Looking forward to seeing that coming out and, going out and being read and loved and well-reviewed and all sorts of the good stuff there. So if you guys could help with those reviews, that'd be very cool. I'd appreciate it greatly. More reviews means more books faster. So that's all I can say. So it's interesting. I took a personality test. So, there's a lot of these things that are... what are the word I'm looking for? Everyone has their own little personality tests, like anagrams or like these CD things or whatever it is. This one was kind of interesting. It was very, very fast. So it was called the six types of working genius. And I think that appeals to, people that want to think highly of themselves. So it was nice. It was really quick. And I really liked what it had to say about me. I'm going to pull up the information real quick because it was interesting. It's not quite like an astrology sign, but because it is fairly general, but it gives some interesting information. I am what is called, I don't even know what it's called, a evangelizing innovator. Yeah. So it's a combination of people who are whose big focus is on invention or galvanizing. And the thing that really interested me was they crave reaction. They want engagement and confirmation. The thing they're advocating for is real and worthwhile, while they are crushed by apathy. They hate it when no one responds to their calls to action or when their enthusiasm is met with silence. And I was like, man, that's kind of why I don't really post on several different platforms like X. Dude, posting on X is kind of like screaming into the void. It's very user unfriendly. And it's just like you put that up there and you make a post and you're just like, I don't know if anyone's seen this. I don't know if it's going anywhere. And so I've been continuously posting. But so it's kind of interesting. Because of that, I put a post on there for the first time in I don't even know how long, 6 months. So I started again last month, and I had gained 5,000 followers in the 6 months where I wasn't posting anything. So that was a whole deal. So that was cool. So now I'm kind of okay, cool. So maybe it's worth looking into. I don't know, man. All right, it's cool. Ducks are going. We have a cool book coming out, learning a little bit about Dakota. I like to invent and I like to evangelize my books and I like to get people excited about things and I like to, be excited for other people. So if you have something that you are excited about and you want someone to be excited for you, put it in the comments because I want to be excited with you. So let me know. That would make me happy to be excited for you. I don't know if not everyone has people that are excited for them, and I can be that person for you. So let me know. All right. Let's see. I'm going to look for those comments. So please don't skimp on the things that you have accomplished or things that are really cool for you. Because that would be neat. All right, so 4 days until Uncapped is coming out, and it's the end of the U arc. So that means we are 14 books in, 6 remaining. Then it's done. It's a done series at that point. And so at book 20, which is slated to come out by mid-2028. So that means probably one more book this year in the Completionist Chronicles. And then 2 in the first half of next year. Yeah, 2 more in the second half of next year, maybe 1 more in the second half of next year, followed by 2 more in early 2028, and then it's a done series, man. So 1 decade to finish off a series is I don't know if that's fast or slow. Like when it comes to like for 20 books, like for 20 total books, I think it's fast. In at least in like the trad pub world. I'm not sure about the indie world. I don't know anyone who has 20 books and a completed series. Like, so I know there are a lot of people that are starting to get really long series, but yeah, I mean, in the RPG especially, I don't know if anyone has a 20 book long series that is also complete. So anyway, interesting things. I think the closest might be like the Emerelia series, maybe 10 Realms. I don't know. Chatfield writes big books, lots of books. I do love me some Chatfield. Okay, cool. So what else is happening? Cool stuff. I have the World's Only Hero. So World's Only Hero is coming out in just over a month. It's going to be at Lit RPG Con. I've started sending out like art copies and this cool shirt. That's why I'm wearing this shirt that says Moist. On the back of it is the symbol of the book, right? So the symbol of the book, tagline is "Any blood but red." Yeah, that's a fun one. So any blood but red. I'm always looking for cool things to like have people shout at me, and I was like, you know what? I liked Blood for the Blood God and things like that. Like there's cool sayings out there. And I was like, you know what? It'd be cool to have one that makes sense contextually in the world and like is kind of fun to shout. Like any blood but red. Like, so what I'm going to do when we're at Lit RPG Con, so I'm hosting this big karaoke party, and I'm really hoping that everyone at Lit RPG Con will wear the shirt. Like, so if they get the book, they get the shirt for free. And so my hope is that I get everyone there to wear this shirt to the karaoke party, and everyone's invited. Just so you know, if you're listening right now, if you can see this, whatever, you're invited to the karaoke and chance encounter launch party. And so the hope is that everyone is wearing the shirt and we can do some like really cool social media stuff, like go out there and get lots of pictures of lots of people. And wearing the shirt gets people additional raffle drawings. So we're going to give away like Secret Lab chairs and Nintendo Switches and these meta glasses and all sorts of really cool stuff that's going to be there. It's going to be so much fun. So yeah, super excited this year. And I think there's going to be like 2,000-ish people. So there are limited amounts of the book and the shirt. And so I'm really hoping that people will like come and do cool things and be my moisties. Come and be my moisties with me. The dry ones will never understand. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's really cool to have book 14 in Completionist Chronicles coming out. And then 1 month later, starting a new series. I'm really hoping that you guys will read, obviously, both of them and love both of them. If you have to pick one, don't. Pick both. Read both. Review both, please, and come in and do cool things. I wanted to give a special shout out to someone this week who mentioned me on YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook. So there were a lot of really cool options. So I'm really glad I'm doing this, and I brought this up. Because the sheer number of mentions that have occurred this week alone has jumped significantly. So I'm definitely going to keep this up weekly, where I am reaching out to you guys and like just if I see you posting about me, comment, make sure to tag me so that I can call you out on stream, send you something cool. So this one is going to be from TikTok. So we had a really cool person, Brittany Nelson, who was like putting my name everywhere that I could see. And she's like, people are like, hey, who should I read? Where should I go? What's the RPG? Who should I start with? Brittany was out there being like, Dakota Craft's your guy. Go and do this. It's awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, Brittany Nelson, I'm going to send you I'm also going to send you one of these coffee mates, little plushy dude. And so he has a little Dakota Crowd on his butt. And yeah, so Coffee Mate's going to come your way, and some other cool stuff that comes along with that. Like I like to send these hats, which are really nice hats with a little leather patch on them and stuff like that. So Brittany, there's a cool Coffee Mate coming your way and some other fun stuff to go with that. So thank you so much for going out there and telling people where to find awesome books. And if you guys want your chance to get something cool as well, obviously next week we're going to keep doing this. We have another duck race. And we have the maybe not Coffee Mate next week, probably something else, but also cool. Make sure to mention me, tag me, do cool stuff like that to draw attention onto you. Yeah. So if anyone has questions, anyone has anything they want to talk about, anything like that, please definitely throw it in the comments. I would happily read those off. Otherwise, we have about 5 minutes to watch the ducks cool, like swim along and do neat stuff. Let's talk about Chance Encounter a little bit more. So I have this big karaoke party, and it's going to be a big blow-up party. I really hope a lot of people want to hear other people sing poorly or really well. There's probably some really crazy good singers that are going to be there. But we have lots of stuff that's going on. So people that are getting the hardcover are going to get the sword. We're going to give away these cool ducks. They also have the little logo on them, which is cool. They squeak. Yeah, so lots of fun stuff. There's so many more things that I'm doing that I'm not going to tell anyone about until we're at the conference. And for instance, I'm going to have a large scale game of Capture the Flag going on. That is all I'm going to say about it, but it's going to be cool. Large scale, very large scale. It's going to be neat. Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about Chance Encounter just a little bit more while we have a couple of minutes here. So Chance Encounter is really fun. It is meant to be essentially a blend of Jack Reacher and James Bond in a lit RPG apocalypse scenario. So it's set in real world Earth, and then things are happening all of the time. If you haven't seen my little YouTube shorts or my Facebook reels, check those out. It's fun. I get to be in character for those. Maximilian Forge is one of my more unhinged scientist characters, and I get to play as him on stream, which is fun. But yeah, so with Chance Encounter, we've got some really cool stuff going on, guys. Like I have some potentially cool things going on. I have a offer that is coming in shortly that may make it that this is my first series to go out onto shelves. That means like Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Target, Walmart, stuff like that, kind of following in the Matt Dinniman, Will White tracks. And luckily they have started to tread that path, widening it for the rest of us, which is really neat. And so I'll let you know more about that if that does come to fruition. Otherwise, this is going to be the only time I ever talk about it. Greystone Guild says, duck, duck, duck. Do I have a duck-shaped coffee cup? I don't, but you could rectify that, I'm sure. But no, most of my coffee cups are just cool things with my logos on them and stuff like that. But yeah, with Chance Encounter, so I've already had an offer. So this is really cool because this series obviously is not out yet. But since it's not out, it also has a ton of potential, and other places have seen that and are jumping on board with it right now, which is really, really neat and really fun to see. So yeah, we have some really cool stuff going on behind the scenes, and I'm really hoping it comes to fruition. Let's see. The second book in this series is done. It's going off to the narrator. I think it was sent out today, and if it wasn't, it'll be sent out tomorrow. So we were just kind of doing the final touch-ups on it. So that'll go out to the narrator. So it'll be narrated pretty quick here, and I think it'll even be on pre-order by the time the first one goes live. And then book 3 I'm working on now, with high hopes to have that done by the end of July, which means we're going to have at least the first 3 books in this series done and ready to go this year. So we're going to see more of that happening. Then I'm going to quick switch back, do another Completionist Chronicles, and kind of see where it happens from there. Rogelio says, in the Ritualist universe, will we see more about what is happening with Earth, and will anyone ever go back to it? Yes, indeed. So currently it is slated. I'm not going to give away too many spoilers, But we have the A arc coming up next. So we just finished the U arc. So the next 3 books are going to be the A arc. Those will be still within the world of Eternium. And then most likely the plan is for the final 3-book arc is to go back and recapture Earth. And so that's kind of the idea behind it, is to finish out the series. We go back to Earth as a closing of the loop from the first couple of books, and start to recapture Earth and retake the planet and then go from there. And so that will be that'll probably be happening near the end of the series. And it is kind of written down, but there is more work to do. So I can't be too specific with it. And obviously I don't want to be too spoilery either. So with all that said, if there's anything else we want to hear about, you have 30 seconds, and then we're going to have a winner of the Ritualist Grimoire, book 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And they get their pick. Oh, we're running right toward the end. 30 seconds, 30 ducking seconds. All right, so cool. Guys, don't forget to get your duck for next week. It is already live in the shop. You can go over to mountaindalepress.com and adopt your duck today to make sure that you don't miss out for next week. And I hope to see you there. And congratulations to Zach Baden. Yeah! Zach, number 194. Thank you so much for coming in, participating, and winning with your duck. And I will reach out to you and make sure that you get your Ritualist Grimoire. To everyone else, thank you so much for showing up and being part of the stream. It is greatly important to me to have other people be interested and excited alongside me. And so if you can make that happen, it warms my heart. It is greatly appealing to me. And I look forward to seeing you again next week for the next duck race. And at that point, Uncapped Completionist Chronicles book 14 will have been out for a couple of days. So we'll have some excitement in our voices, some sparkles in our eyes. And I'm sure most of you will be saying, when is the next book? And I'm very much so looking forward to that. All right. I will see you all next week, and come with questions, and we'll see you then. Bye now.